Hello again, it's Marcel from pilots Launchpad.com. We are on a flight to Dubai, and I want to talk a little bit about training and more importantly about grading. If you join aviation, training will be a main thing in your life, okay? And what a lot of people are scared of is the grading, because every sim you do, every flight you do will be graded. Now a lot of people think we instructors, we take this grades out of our fingers, which is not true. For that we have the so-called PAMs, the pilot assessment markers. There are 9 of them, and with this 9 we have to grade the guys in this 9 competencies, which are the following that I'm going to tell you now. So the basic one is the knowledge. So the knowledge is of course the foundation. On top of the knowledge is handling the airplane, which can be manual handling or automation, okay? Because as you know, in this kind of aviation you have a lot of automation. So that's the second one. And then on top of that is procedures. So basically you should have a good foundation in knowledge, handling, automation, procedures. Once that is solid, the next assessment marker is workload management. Because in this kind of environment, there is a lot of, sometimes, not now of course, but sometimes there's a lot of work to do. And you have to manage that, like to set priorities, what has to be done when exactly. This then brings you to the next one, which is situational awareness. Once you have done all the rest that we talked about before, then you have to make sure you're going to have a good situational awareness. What means that? You need to know where you are, you need to go where you're going, you need to know what's happening around you. Very important. And then at the end, of course, there is a decision making. That's especially important when there is something not working, you have some issues, you have some technical defects, or you have some medical issues on board. You have to make a decision where to go. That is then also surrounded by leadership, which is very important in this kind of environment. So the captain and also the FO, they need to be leaders. They need to be able to build up a team, have a good teamwork, and lead each other. And also very important is communication. So these are the assessment markers that I just mentioned. I repeat, it's knowledge, handling, automation, procedure, workload management, situational awareness, decision making, leadership, and the last one is communication. That's it for now, and I want to talk more about that, but I don't want to overload you now, because in all these competencies we have like so-called observable behaviors. And just excuse me for this for a second, I'll come back. Yes, hello? Hey. All good, thank you. Ciao. So what we observe is the behaviors of the pilots, and these behaviors will then give us an idea how good is that pilot or how bad is the pilot. What we actually want to see is the behaviors, how many of them we have seen, how often we have seen them, and that is then giving us the outcome, and that is then basically straight away connected to the grading. So as you can see, we don't take these grades out of our fingers, so it's defined very clearly, very structured, what kind of grades you can expect. So that's it for now. I know it's a lot of talking, it's a lot of stuff right now. I might maybe come back to that later, but for now, to give you an idea what is training, what is grading, I think we are on a good level. That's it. Thank you very much. And for the next session in pilots launchpad.com. Thank you.